Is there a chance that Canada could actually be eliminated tomorrow?
Mathematically, yes, but it would take, well, like several wild results to happen. So think about it this way. Canada is pretty much in the clear, but there is still this possibility. If Canada was to lose by, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10-0 to Switzerland, and Bosnia playing Qatar at the same time tomorrow was able to, overturn that and beat them by, almost a double-digit margin, that would overturn things because Canada right now has a +6 goal difference. Bosnia sits at -3. So you need essentially a 9-goal swing tomorrow for that worst case scenario to happen and for Canada to be eliminated at the World Cup.
All right. And again, I mean, people are not talking about what happened in Canada's last game where, they were playing at the end of the game against 9 players. And nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody wants to talk about how, the glorious victory for Canadians. The 2 red cards were handed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Qatar was not at its best, and Canada. I mean, and good for Canada to run up the score. That's what you do in a short tournament. You have to.
Okay. So then, what is at stake in tomorrow's match? Besides everything.
That's the thing, is either you get a home game on Thursday, July 2nd, or you on short rest, you travel to LA.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Stephen. So finishing at the top of Group B means a match against a third-place team in either Group E, F, G, I, or J. There's a couple of websites that I want to point you to. BBC says that we're likely to play Belgium, who are currently third in Group G, if that stays the same. But that's subject to change if Belgium can get a win on Friday in Vancouver when they play at BC Place. But The Athletic is predicting Canada will play either Iran, Algeria, or Egypt. Okay, if you're still with me. Second place, if we finish second place, if we lose to Switzerland tomorrow, we end up in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium on Sunday, June 28th, and likely playing the runner-up of Group A, which right now is South Korea. So it's interesting. If you compare those two paths, it would be a lot more fun for Canada to be at BC Place on July 2nd, but you might end up playing the Belgians, who 4 years ago beat Canada at the World Cup in Qatar. They're ranked 10th by FIFA.
So starting tomorrow, then, the final group stages will be played at the same time. We've got 4 games today, 6 games tomorrow. And those are being played at the same time. Why is that exactly? I was looking at the schedule thinking, now I have to decide which I'm going to watch.
That's the thing. So this actually dates back to 1982. The World Cup was happening in Spain at the time. This is quite a story. So the final group stage game in that 82 World Cup, that did not happen back then. The games were played at different times. In fact, Algeria was in a group with Chile, West Germany, and Austria. Algeria beats Chile 3-2 the day before. West Germany was set to play Austria. Because of the math, the West Germans and the Austrians realized that a 1-0 or 2-0 win for West Germany means both teams advance. So, Stephen, guess what happens? 10th minute, West Germany scores. And you can watch the video of this. It's on YouTube, readily available to you.
They just kick the ball around for the next 50 minutes.
It was a passing drill.
Yeah.
For 80 minutes, nobody's making tackles. The emotion is out of the game. Of course, the Algerians and their fans are so angry. This was the first time Algeria had played at the World Cup. They appealed to FIFA to no avail. This match is known as the Disgrace of Gijón, where the game was being played. It's the exact reason FIFA changed the rules so that starting at the 1986 World Cup in Mexico, first time Canada played at the World Cup, by the way, all the final group stage games are now played at the same time. And if you're wondering, karma did get the West Germans. They lost to Italy in 82 final.
Good. All right. Now, so what's the biggest storyline then for Canada as prepared to play Switzerland tomorrow? What kind of an opponent has Switzerland been?
So Switzerland's a good team. Like you don't take them lightly. Alphonso Davies still the big storyline. Will he play? We're not sure. He did some wind sprints at the end of the game against Qatar. Yep. Ismail Kone, who's going to play in his place. Likely Nathan Saliba, who did score a nice free kick goal when he came on. And Stefan Eustáquio did not train on Sunday. There were concerns about him, but he did end up training yesterday. It's interesting. Canada has stopped putting out training updates. So we're engaging in the dark arts of footy ourselves.
Okay, and Switzerland is, as you just said, a solid team. Who should we be most worried about there?
I want to point you to 3 players. Okay, their captain Granit Xhaka. He plays midfield. He's the guy who's going to be on the ball the whole time. He's got passing, long range shooting. The best forward they have is Breel Embolo, 25 goals in 87 matches, and their best defender is Manuel Akanji. Now he played for Manchester City previously in the English Premier League. He now plays plays for Italy. Plays in Italy for Inter Milan.
All right. And this country, of course, focused on tomorrow, but still, we've got a full slate of games today as well. What are you watching today?
Yeah, the big match today, I think, on paper is Ghana versus England.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of Brits that are going to be watching this one. Ghana, being a former English colony, there's a special sauce to this one. There's a really interesting,
Is that a Ghana jersey you're wearing
This is a Ghanaian
again?
shirt.
Yes, okay.
Yes, so Ghana gained its independence from England in March 6th, 1957, nearly 70 years ago.
Wow.
Good eye, Stephen. I am Ghanaian. I was born there. So I'm hoping to catch some of this match at the FIFA Fan Festival in Surrey with my mom, who is normally not a big footy fan, but she goes wild when the Black Stars play.
Everybody goes wild over this. I mean, it's, I don't know if it's just because it's here. I mean, to me, the World Cup is always a pretty big deal, but it feels really different that we've got some games here that we've got so many people in town for them. And it's something else, I tell you. So you're going to watch England and Ghana today.
Yep.
Any other, Portugal, Uzbekistan?
Portugal, that's a big story too. I mean, is Cristiano Ronaldo going to be able to score?
Yeah.
Is he going to start? There, people are kind of wondering if, we saw lots of the big strikers scoring yesterday, so we'll see.
And tomorrow's matchups are interesting as well. Scotland, Brazil.
Yeah, well, and I
think I know which way that one's going.
Okay, but that's the thing about this tournament. We've seen a lot of the so-called underdog teams just find a way to play 90 excellent minutes. And the way that Scotland fans are traveling, they might be able to lift them up a little bit. Might be.
Look at Capo Verde, for instance.
Oh, my goodness,
I mean, that's like the story of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Joseph. You get me into this every time. You get me excited, and then I don't know whether to be disappointed or elated, or I don't know how I feel anymore. To tell you the truth. Listen, great to have you here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Stephen.
CBC's Joseph Otoo. He is. You normally find him in Kelowna, but he just showed up here one day and hasn't left. We don't mind because we kind of like him.